All right, let's go ahead and call this meeting to order at 6:30. First item is pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the third item is approval of the April 12th, 2018 minutes. Anybody have any questions? Okay, take a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
All right, we have a motion, we have a second. All right, we have a motion and a second to adopt the 2018 or 2012, April 12th, 2018 minutes. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Unanimous? All right. Okay, the next item will be the approval of the work session minutes. Anybody have any questions on that one? Okay, all right, do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
All right, do I have a second? I have a motion and a second to approve the work session minutes. Any other discussion? No? All vote? All right, unanimous. All right, next item is approval of April financial report. Discussion?
Is there going to be any more funding for the advertisements for Heritage Days, or that $9.95 that's it?
Well, no, there'll be some more. That's actually more than just Heritage Days. That's for shops in town and stuff. But you know, we got that budget of $5,000, so I think we're gonna spend on it.
Okay. Yes, sir.
That cost was actually for that amount.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Do I have a motion to accept the financial report?
I'll make that motion to accept the financial report.
All right. Second. Okay, second. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor? All right. Passes unanimous. Okay, the next under old business is monthly maintenance report.
Since the last meeting, I guess we finally got into full swing of getting the grass cut, doing that on a weekly basis. We did get the mulch put out, everything redone, downtown and in the park. We did also start working on the walkway, replacing deck boards. I don't know how far you guys want to take that, but there are several sections of the decking, the 4x4s underneath the deck boards, that are completely rotted out. And it's useless to try to screw down new deck boards on top of the 4x4s without replacing those first. They're just going to start popping up, and then we are going to have problems with people tripping and falling, getting hurt, falling through kind of thing. So something y'all need to discuss and figure out what you want to do about going forward with that. The worst section of it is in the back where I don't know if you guys have been back there or not, it's back behind the playground area. The wall that comes down, the gravel, where it comes down from the railroad tracks, there's a section there that has a metal rail that goes all the way down. That was part of the track system. With that rail being there, it allows water, every time it rains, water just sits. And it's just rotting everything down that whole section. So that's something for you guys to think about, talk about. Also, the playground equipment around several of the 6x6s down in the ground. Found several of those that are starting to deteriorate and rot, and at some point, all of that's gonna have to be replaced. And don't know how you guys wanna go about that. And I'm sure there's something else, but those were the major things we worked on the last month.
What we'll do at the, work session, the 29th, if y'all wanna, maybe before the meeting, like 15 minutes before the meeting, take a walk over there and take a look and see, and then we'll start, trying to have a game plan on how to proceed with that.
It'd be pretty easy to get an estimate on material, right? It's just 4x4s and deck boards.
Yeah, you have 4x4s underneath. Some places it's only an inner and outer 4x4, and then in some areas there are 3. That section that is the worst is 3. All of it's got to be replaced. There's nothing salvageable out there.
And I'm not exactly sure when that whole thing was put in there, but, and they several of the boards that, they replaced the worst, but, I don't know, I think it needs attention all the way around, because a lot of the boards are rotten and stuff. I did get an estimate up today, material wise, it's $9,319. Yeah, so that's not including any kind of labor or anything, but then, I think that's too big of a project for, maintenance. So I think we need to explore maybe an alternative to the wall. Another material for the wall. Because, I know it's not been in the ground more than 10 years, 10, 15 years at the most. And that's a pretty good expense to, it looks good, don't get me wrong, it looks good.
Until somebody falls through and gets hurt.
Well, no, I was talking about the
Or
trees,
fall
when
in.
they're used.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll put that on the work session and come up with a plan and get some bids on the cost of labor and different avenues to that. The place that I normally buy the flowers and stuff from, they finally got those are in, and I'll pick them up tomorrow or Saturday morning, and we'll start getting those out in the barrels and stuff. But anyway, all right. Next is QuickBooks update.
Well, it's coming, it's just taking a little time, trying to get everything from, it's already in there, straightened out a little bit, but it's getting there. It's getting there.
All right. First item under new business is subdividing the property. We have Lamar Cantrell, the real estate agent for the property owner, broker. And I showed y'all got it in front of y'all on page 2 there is what he wants to subdivide it into. There's 4 tracks of I think, I don't know if all of y'all was here, but, you know, he's got DOT, approval of the driveways and everything. And they're not wanting to rezone it, they're just wanting to subdivide it. So it's still, we got that moratorium on, zoning, but like I said, it's not rezoning, it's just subdividing. If anybody have, see a problem with that, that'll be potentially 4 more houses in, yeah. Anything you want to add, Lamar, on this?
No, I know we've already talked about it a couple times. I know some people were here and some were not. Happy to answer any questions about it. They are actually cutting, doing a timber thinning on that property now. So, you know, if you want to ride by and take a look. It's a great piece of property. There is a notation on that survey that states that the Department of Transportation actually, you know, they did approve that. And we've actually got a letter from the state stating that. So I can get you a copy of that and put in your file too, if you'd like.
Anyone have any questions? Well, that was a proposal, but they're going with phase 2. This property, one of those. They was looking at different options, but I think one of the things to put a holler on that was getting access from 136 DOT. You know.
It become more of a challenge in the 7-lot scenario. Although we actually did get site distance approval, it still is pretty tight. Those lots, they became narrow, and it really just, it wasn't really what I think Talking Rock wanted to, you know, to get. I mean, we've got a contract on the properties. The gentleman, he's in the Navy. He took a job at Piedmont Hospital, so he's planning on building a pretty nice house up there. So that's track 3. It's already under contract. But we had to do contingencies on everything till you guys got it worked out. Give us the thumbs up.
And like I say, just let him know, you know, hopefully by the meeting in June, we should have the fees and zoning clarified there, spelled out, and where he can, you know, apply for a building permit.
He's aware of that.
Okay.
And actually, I think the house is actually, he's not scheduled to break ground on his residence until August 2019,
Okay.
based on his plans and everything. So he's not worried about the timing at all. So he's good with that.
Okay. All right. Any other questions that we need to? All right. Do I have a motion to accept the subdividing of the property owned by Maurice Hendricks and Teddy Estes?
Just make a motion.
No, I said.
I guess make a motion just for subdividing the property.
Okay. All right. Do I have a second?
Yes, sir.
All right. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor?
Yes, sir.
Unanimous? Okay. All right. The last item on the agenda for tonight is adopting the service delivery strategy update. It's the same as Jasper and Nelson done a resolution for that. Go ahead and read this real quick. A resolution of the mayor and city council of Talking Rock for the purpose of authorizing the intergovernmental agreement with Pickens County and the cities of Jasper, Nelson, to adopt the 2018 service delivery strategy update and for other purposes. Whereas Pickens County and the cities of Jasper, Nelson, Talking Rock adopt a service delivery strategy pursuant to the requirements set forth by the General Assembly in House Bill 489, which originally document was executed in September of 1999 and amended in 2001, 2003, and 2008. Whereas pursuant to the provisions of Official Code of Georgia 36-728B, Pickens County and its municipalities are required to review and revise it, if necessary, the county's joint service delivery strategy in conjunction with the updates to the comprehensive plan. Said comprehensive plan must be updated every 10 years, whereas Pickens County and cities of Jasper, Nelson, and Toggeron have mutually agreed to the services as outlined within the service delivery strategy as updated, whereas upon its approval and certification, the service delivery strategy shall be submitted to the state of Georgia for review and approval. Whereas the service delivery strategy is deemed to be a vital tool in ensuring that all citizens of the county and its municipalities are provided necessary public services. Now therefore be it resolved, and it is hereby resolved by the mayor and city council of Toggeron that the mayor and city council of Toggeron do hereby authorize an intergovernmental agreement with Pickens County and the cities of Jasper and Nelson to adopt and certify the 2018 service delivery strategies updated as presented, and authorize said document to be submitted to the state for review and approval. Any questions? No? Do I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
Make a motion to adopt this service delivery strategy update.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous? Okay. All right, that's the last thing I have on the agenda. Anybody else have anything? Okay. If not, the next meeting, the work session will be the 29th at 6:30. So the ones that can, if y'all can meet around 6, we'll just walk over there and review the items in the park, and then we'll come back here and we'll talk about that and the building and zone. Hopefully the lawyer will have the stuff drawn up on that zone. All right. We have another further. We have a motion to adjourn.
Have a motion to adjourn.
All right.
Second.
All right. We're adjourned.